Employees buying all the cards out before the stores even open. Guys standing here 2 hours before opening, and we got backdoor action. Backdoor fucking action.
Are you serious? Because I need it.
Because you need it? You're about to lose your job with Walmart now. I hope your family doesn't go hungry over cards, man. Where's your manager at? They allow this?
A dramatic break-in at a sports collectible shop.
The owners say more than $1 million worth of memorabilia was taken. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock is live in Tujunga tonight with why owners say it can't be replaced. Nicole?
Well, Pat, the owners say this is actually part of a trend in this industry, that the type of rare collectible items they sell inside this store went up in value during the pandemic, and thieves have taken note of that. Autographed jerseys and basketballs, baseball trading cards, and Pokemon games. It's been a labor of love curating this collection for the guys at Captain Fish Collectibles in Tujunga. And the rare merchandise is also very valuable. That's why it's kept under lock and key.
That was the only way to get into the shop.
But a few thieves plowed a white work truck right through their front window on Sunday, breaching the security gate. The 3 men in hoodies were caught on camera quickly ransacking the store.
It made me feel horrible. I felt violated. I felt fear that something like this could happen.
Co-owner Zevog Mazakian says in less than 7 minutes, these guys cost them over $1 million in merchandise and damage.
They took loose boxes, comics, cards, signed Kobe Bryant sneakers.
And he says this is the third card shop to be robbed in 2 months. Whether or not they're the same people responsible, the other 2 robberies happened just 15 miles away in Burbank.
They might think, Captain Fish is not too far from Burbank.
They're hoping you can help identify the men in the video, one of whom provided them with a pretty clear close-up on that security camera.
Yeah, we've built something here that we're really proud of.
Captain Fish is a place where kids come to learn to play Pokemon games. It's a family-friendly environment, and they don't want the community to be afraid to come here.
And we're proud to be part of this community.
Well, police are now using that security video as part of their investigation. Captain Fish Collectibles has also posted a list of those unique stolen items to their Instagram account, and some of those things have serial numbers on them. So if you see them popping up online for sale, especially at a discount, send them a message. Reporting live in Tujunga, I'm Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
We got backdoor action. Backdoor fucking action.
And burglary at a Northside sports memorabilia store. Thieves steal dozens of ultra-rare sports cards, including a rookie Michael Jordan.
And now the owner of that store is asking the public to help him catch those thieves and recover his cards.
Dane Placco live tonight with the latest. Dane.
Yeah, the burglar was only inside the store for a few minutes, but it was enough time to steal more than $100,000 worth of ultra-rare basketball and baseball cards.
30 years of collecting gone in 3.5 minutes.
It's got to break your heart.
It puts a shocking feeling inside me.
Owner Ronnie Holloway shows us the now empty case that used to display the prized cards of his collection. There's virtually nothing left here.
No, there's nothing left.
It happened around 3 in the morning, Memorial Day weekend, at the Elite Sports Card Store in the Lincoln Square neighborhood.
He's already ripped the bars off the window.
Surveillance video shows one of the burglars coming in the back window after chipping out the bricks and removing the burglar bars. Once inside, he makes a beeline for the rare stuff, quickly sweeping the most valuable cards into a bag, including a 1933 Babe Ruth card, a 1950 Jackie Robinson, a 1951 Mickey Mantle rookie, and a sealed wax pack that held a Michael Jordan rookie card worth $25,000 alone.
He knew exactly where to go. He's taking, he's like not missing a beat.
As he's leaving, the burglar appears to hand the bag to a second person outside, and the video shows what looks like a two-way radio in his waistband. Holloway believes that same thief cased his store 3 days earlier.
His behavior was out of the ordinary. It wasn't the same in and out.
Holloway has raised red flags in the sports collecting community, hoping that someone sees his rare cards and notifies police.
If someone comes to you and tries to sell you, a Mickey Mantle or Babe Ruth card at a very cheap price, you know, I think twice about it. You know, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
And in fact, there's a big sports memorabilia show planned for Rosemont this weekend, and Holloway is concerned that whoever stole his cards may try to fence them at that event.
Caught on camera stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of trading cards from an Encino shop. Collectors say many of the trading cards are so valuable that they will be easy to spot if the thieves try to sell them.
KTLA's Rick Chambers live in Encino tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, this was a well-planned, well-executed burglary that took place about 3 in the morning this week. But these guys weren't looking for cash or jewelry. They were looking for boxes of these trading cards, some of them worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Surveillance cameras catch 2 masked men breaking through the front door of Mamba Cards here in Encino as a third thief backs a white pickup truck into the driveway. The burglars then take box after box of sealed sports trading cards and dump them over the railing into the bed of the truck.
Just sick to my stomach. Just absolutely sick to my stomach, and, you know, wish I could have been here. But thank God no one got hurt.
A silent alarm had tipped off Lior and 2 other owners who got to the scene just minutes after the heist early Tuesday morning. The cards, we're told, are of mainly professional football, baseball, and basketball players, but some are very rare. Not that the crooks could tell the difference.
They didn't really know what they were grabbing, but they do know that we were involved in sports cards. They knew what business they were coming to, and they knew that the items they were taking had value.
Apparently $500,000 in value, but few people knew that Mamba Cards is located here. They do most of their business on Instagram.
I'd say like a handful of people know about where we are. We have no signage. We treat it as an office, not a storefront, so it's not open to the public.
So the suspect list may be limited. And it sounds as if they speak both English and Armenian. And at one point during the burglary, they were reminded by cell phone of just how long they'd been there. In and out in just 4.5 minutes.
And that white pickup truck is being described to us tonight as a late model Honda Ridgeline. And the owners of this business critical of the LAPD's response time, saying that their officers took nearly half an hour to get here after that alarm was sounded.
The entire incident took less than a minute. Once the thieves smashed their way in, they stole thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, but they also left behind thousands more in damage to Gabby's Olympic cards and comics. They backed a Ford F-Series pickup into the front doors and immediately ran to the back corner of the store, where they took 8 to 10 cases of Pokemon cards worth as much as $10,000, says Gabby's owner, Gabby Shepard.
Honestly, it makes me pretty mad. When I say I built the store, I built it like I built it.
She remembers putting in the pillar that the thieves clipped, and she's going to miss the side entryway that was destroyed. Over the 15 years she's been open, she's documented the growth of her customers on those front doors.
I feel violated, and like this place that is really, really safe, or supposed to be really safe, they got through. I mean, it took a pickup truck, but it's worse this time than it was last time.
They busted through the glass and came through the glass.
In October 2021, thieves came in the back door, but again, took thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards. But this time, more structural damage was done. Gabby says luckily the thieves ran into one of the building's support beams, preventing them from doing more damage inside.
People are really mad, and they're really angry and sad and hurt and betrayed, and like all of the same emotions I'm having, a lot of the people in the community are having too.
She thinks the burglars were in her store the day before the break-in, asking questions about the value of Pokemon cards. Lacey police included images of those 2 men in a flyer saying it's possible they're the same people and they'd like to talk to them. Gabby wants anyone who knows anything to contact Lacey police, and for those who want to help her recover,
maybe balance the scales and put some good energy out into the world to help other people. Because that's what makes my heart heal. That's what makes me feel better.
We got backdoor action. Backdoor fucking action.
Are you serious? Pull up the ring, the surveillance. Yeah.
The owner of American Dream Sports Cars queued up the burglary video, which is now in the hands of police.
Let's see. All right.
The break-in is nothing short of a nightmare.
Just shock. You know, say shattered dreams, you know.
Burglars broke the glass to the display cabinets where shop owner Scott Mann keeps part of his collection.
Total betrayal.
The surveillance video shows one of them carrying a backpack. The other burglar served as the lookout as his partner in crime did the smash and grab.
They left the hammer behind too.
Sports cars prices can range from $100 to thousands, like this triple autographed card valued at almost $5K.
Let me get this real, can I?
And in less than 24 hours, a break in the case from another card shop.
I know for sure some of the cards that they found at the other card shop last night, those are my cards.
A sports card colleague called Bedford police about this woman allegedly trying to sell him Scott's stolen cards. Her suspected getaway driver took off. Officers detained her outside.
I agree. It's almost like they knew what they were looking for.
Now, Scott hopes either she or the burglars caught on camera will come clean.
If they want to anonymously return them, that's fine by me. I just want the cards back.
In Haltom City, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
A Boardman business owner says his sports card shop was broken into overnight. Raymond Dodd is a co-owner of Boneyard Sports Cards on Market Street. He tells us he was woken up by his security system at 3 a.m. Well, when he got to the store, all he could see was broken glass on 2 doors. This is security footage, and you can see a man running across a neighboring lot and then breaking the glass inside. Dodd said luckily the interior door was double key deadbolt locked and nothing was taken, but it'll cost the owners potentially hundreds to fix that damage.
Reached around to try to undo the lock and realized there was no lock there and the siren was going off, so he just bailed out and took off. Luckily, he didn't get anything. So, you know, that's the best part that came out of this, is not getting anything taken.
Dodd said he's adding bars across their windows to deter future incidents. They are investigating several similar break-ins that happened over the last few months.
And you're either a man to come over here and face me with it, or you're going to be trespassed. Because I will find you if you can. You're about to go to the hospital.
World Star!
Stole something on the suit. Hurt me?
Yeah, Bridison. We're legit locked in here, bro. We are locked in here. We can't even get out. Somebody stole $4,000 worth of fake cards. And this dude's a thief. Arrest him! Hey, this man does not stop, bro. He's trying to escape. He got tased.
Trading cards have made a big comeback since the pandemic, and a Louisville trading card store knows how in demand they are. But a recent brazen burglary has cost the store thousands of dollars in a heist that seems like it's right out of the movies.
They cut a $2.5 I guess, a 3-foot hole, and they scaled down.
Staring up at his destroyed ceiling, Louisville Sports Cards owner Chris Buckler still can't believe what happened inside his store around 4 o'clock Wednesday morning.
This is where they came in.
When he came into his Shelbyville Road location that morning, he thought the ceiling collapsed from heavy rain.
I immediately noticed afterwards that there's product missing from the shelves, and that upon closer inspection, somebody had taken a Sawzall of some sort, cut a hole in the ceiling, and then scaled down and proceeded to steal a large amount of inventory.
Although the store has several security cameras, Buckler believes the people who got in were experts on how to avoid the lens. Several boxes of cards were taken.
They knew exactly where the motions were. They knew where the cameras were. They knew what they were doing.
Sports cards gained a lot of popularity again during COVID as more people spent more time at home, picked up old hobbies, or went through old boxes.
For roughly $1,400.
So how much was taken during Wednesday's heist?
My cost approximately $65,400, and there's still so many products still to come out.
Buckler believes this is part of a number of similar cases around the country. He knows of at least 10 that have happened, with one Virginia card store having $120,000 in cards stolen.
And I mean, it's heartbreaking, it's gut-wrenching, it's terrible. It's all replaceable. That's fortunate. You don't expect someone to scale the walls, essentially cut a hole in the walls and just force their way in. It's new to me.
Buckler is now installing a new security system. Middletown police are investigating and looking at security cameras from nearby businesses.
To deal with a roof, I have to deal with a ceiling, I have to deal with a wall that is soaking wet, carpet that needs to be replaced. It's going to be a lot of work.
But his passion and those of his customers
Thanks for coming in, man.
Are keeping the doors open during the investigation. Despite the setback, it's not a strikeout for the store.
I love this hobby, I love the community, and we're not going anywhere.
And if you know anything about this burglary, call the Middletown Police Department. The number is 502-365-1900.
A small business in West Bountiful says they are out thousands of dollars after a burglary early Monday morning, and the crime was caught on camera.
Fox 13's John Franke joins us with a story that you'll only see right here. Hi, John.
Well, hey, guys, local small businesses work hard to find success, so when they're victimized like this, it hurts a lot more than just their bottom line.
When I got down here, they had already gone through the store.
Visitors are usually welcome through this store at DC Sports Cards and Collectibles. But not visitors like this. You can see in this surveillance video.
I've gone through a lot of emotions, but violated in a way, you know.
A car pulls up to the West Bountiful shop. Two people get out and smash open the door.
I feel lucky, in a sense. They didn't break any glass. They did ruin the whole door.
A camera shows the pair inside for just several seconds, grabbing several types of trading cards before taking off.
They stole some hobby boxes, Panini products, Immaculate. They stole some tops. They stole some Pokemon.
The crime won't cause the store to go out of business. It's not about the dollars and cents for owner Chris Adams.
I own a tile business, and I ended up starting this 4 years ago because I wanted to change. I wanted something new, and it was tough.
Chris and his family have built this unique shop with collectibles from the past and present, and they've done it from the ground up.
Many people told me I couldn't do it. It would never last. So when I get asked how I feel, I still don't know.
That's why this crime makes Chris feel like the thieves took a lot more than some boxes of cards.
And I know other small business people have too. They've put in their heart and soul to this, and yeah, it hurts.
And Chris adds they don't keep the most valuable items in the store overnight for reasons just like this. Meanwhile, West Bountiful police are investigating. If you know anything about this crime, you're asked to give them a call. Live in the studio tonight, John Franke, Fox 13.
Following breaking news on the north side where the search is on to find a group of people who broke into a sports collectibles store.
Now this happened at Sports Cards Plus on Lock Hill, Selma, and that's where KENS 5 reporter Alyssa Tejas is joining us live now. And Alyssa, I understand that you just spoke to the store's owner. What did he tell you?
Good morning, Sarah and Barry. I'm sure you can imagine that the owner of the store is very disappointed when he woke up receiving the call that his store has been broken into. Now, he tells us this is the 6th time in 30 years. And the last time it happened was 3 years ago, but the damage has been cleaned up for right now. The glass that was on the floor, they tell us that they broke in through the door, so the front door glass is broken. So they tell us that it was 4 people who broke into that store using a U-Haul truck. That was what they were driving. They were wearing dark clothing with masks on, so police tell us that they believe that they were males, but they're not entirely sure. They say that they were able to break into the store, and within 3 minutes, they were filling trash bags, taking as much as they could and taking off again. So just a very sad day for this owner, who says he's not sure what he needs to do now because, of course, 6 times in 30 years that he's been running this store. And it's a passion project for him. He says he's been collecting since 1957, decided to open up this store. He says it's a diversion for people, but it brings in a lot of money. And so, of course, when there's money, there is people wanting to take advantage of that. So he says he's going to be offering a reward. If Crime Stoppers offers one as well, he's willing to put forth $15,000 for information that leads to an arrest. But coming up at 6:30, you'll hear from the store owner what these cards mean to him and the message he has for those that burglarized his store. Reporting from the Northwest Side, I'm Alyssa Tejas, KENS 5.
Business owner asking for your help tonight. Imagine a grand opening and then within days you were ripped off. A trading card store in Castle Hills hit by a thief. They were able to recover the merchandise, but the person responsible is still out there. They haven't been caught. The store owner tells the Night Team's Lee Waldman it's a common problem they're working with other store owners to try to fix.
I see him pull out a stack of cards and put them right into his bag.
It happened in an instant when the Poke Hive store owner Cole Blansett says he had his back turned, but it's all caught on surveillance video.
Coming back and buying more items and everything else so he could continue to set up his thefts.
Blansett says his brick and mortar store was open for just 8 days when the person in this video swiped the pack of cards.
We want this place to be enjoyable, to have this happy, trusting vibe to it, and we just had a harsh reality pretty swiftly into us opening that may not always be the case.
The alleged thief stole $500 worth of merchandise from Poke Hive here in Castle Hills
and sold it down the road here to another card store, Geeked Out, here in Balcones Heights. Chris Giddens and his Geeked Out co-owner Paul Lex recognized the man in the video as someone who had come into their store hours later selling the same product.
I feel like Crime Stoppers of San Antonio because we've had countless people come into the shop with just stolen merchandise.
You got to communicate. All stores have to communicate.
It's not the first time this has happened. Lex says they've had at least 10 instances of recovering stolen material and 11 thefts of their own.
This is our livelihood. Without these products, we lose money for our families.
Blansett says they're working with Castle Hills PD to catch the person in this video so he doesn't keep doing this to other stores. But they're changing their own policies at the store to better protect themselves.
We're going to have to start IDing and doing other things and having those items on file. So if a store does call us and say, hey, we had some stolen product, I can track that person down.
Castle Hills police are investigating the theft that happened here at the Poke Hive. They say if you recognize the person in that video we've been showing, give them a call. That number is 210-342-2341. Live in Castle Hills, Lee Waldman, KSAT.
$100,000 in items were stolen in a smash and grab in Woodstock. Crooks broke into the BT Collectibles store Sunday morning.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to the owner about the irreplaceable items that were taken.
The glass door that thieves broke to get in has been repaired, but the owner says the items stolen, some of them irreplaceable, may be gone for good.
They smashed the front door.
Bob Mulligan says early Sunday morning, this is what his shop, BT Collectibles in Woodstock, looked like. Shards of glass covered the floor. Display cases had been smashed. Trading cards stolen.
Pokemon, worth a lot of money.
And then the next case that hit was our basketball case that would have Kobe Bryant rookies that were graded, Michael Jordan cards that were graded, and a mix of all the vintage cars. And the third case is full of what I call the baseball vintage cars.
About 1,000 cards gone. He says the value, $119,000. Cherokee County Sheriff's investigators are searching for video that will help them figure out who did this.
Is there any, are those Pokemon caps there?
Throughout the day, customers who heard about the theft have been stopping by. Mac Wells and his mom, Candace, stopped in to buy a few trading cards.
I got this John Smoltz and I got a Chipper Jones for $3.
Well, we saw on Facebook this place got broken into. We've been meaning to come and just haven't had our time to make it around, so thought this would be a good time to come out and show some support.
Mulligan says one of his youngest regular customers left him a note that made his heart sing.
He said, Mr. Bob, I want to give you this. And he gave you a little letter. It says, I am so sorry that your store was robbed. Love, Grayson. And to help you out, I want to give you 2 Pokemon cards to help you get started again.
Mulligan says the community has made this so much easier. He says so many people have stopped in to buy a card or two and left kind words on social media. In Cherokee County, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
Police in Monterey investigating a burglary. They say it happened last night here at the Collector's Lounge, a shop that was broken into by 2 men who reportedly stole over $25,000 in sports memorabilia cards. Police said they got there within minutes of the break-in, but the thieves were already gone. Among the stolen items, a rookie Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence card, valued on its own between $8,000 and $10,000.
These are PSA graded cards. They have a certification number, a serial number that is unique to each card. There's also a QR code. We reached out to PSA, and the main card in question is a Trevor Lawrence. It's a 1-of-1 rookie card, estimated value anywhere between $8,000 to $12,000.
Police say that they think the cards were targeted because of their rarity and just how much they're worth. Monterey Bay Collectors Lounge says if you may see these cards, please contact them.
Stolen. Strongsville police are now trying to track down the cards and whoever took them. Kayla McCarthy has new details on why these items were so valuable and how they were stolen.
Strongsville police say the package of baseball cards was stolen after it was delivered here to the Best Western on Royalton Road. Inside the package, 54 antique baseball cards valued at millions of dollars.
We got backdoor action. Backdoor fucking action.
Sports cards can go for tens of thousands to millions of dollars depending on the grade. Larry Zava and his family have owned B&L Comics, Cards, and Nostalgia for 40 years in Parma.
I would say the top 3 would probably be Honus Wagner, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle. You get into the newer era, you're talking Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, and even a Tom Brady card has gone over $1 million. And LeBron James, you got to put him right up there too.
He explains why people love collecting cards.
It's a hobby. It's a collectible hobby, and it's a tangible item, and people like to save things.
On April 18th, Strongsville police were called to Best Western Hotel for a theft. Officers learned a package containing 54 antique original baseball cards valued at $2 to $3 million was stolen. They say the company, Memory Lane Incorporated out of Tustin, California, mailed them to the hotel.
I feel so bad for the people.
That same weekend, the Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention was happening at the Brunswick Arena next door.
That was a great show. There was the vintage show, and it was all vintage stuff of all sports. You know, you had even boxing cards from the 30s, baseball, of course, because baseball is one of the oldest sports. That's probably why it's one of the most collectible and famous.
Zaba says people selling valuable rare cards typically hold on to them while traveling.
That was, to me, a mistake. Maybe it's never happened to them before.
And police are still investigating. I reached out to Memory Lane Incorporated for a comment. We'll update this story when we hear back. Reporting in Strongsville, Caitlin McCarthy, 19 News.
Update on the break-in at a Niles sports card shop. Tonight, we have surveillance video of the theft.
Yeah, card collecting has gotten popular again, and police believe the criminal knew what to take. Nadine Grimley has more.
We're just a small family business.
Rachel Johnson's family opened Niles Sports Cards and Collectibles about 5 months ago. Just last week, their shop was broken into and thousands of dollars of merchandise, including rare cards and a signed Hines Ward jersey, were stolen.
These 2 display cases were broken, which this one was locked, but we understand it had the expensive cards.
The break-in was captured on a surveillance camera. The system alerted Johnson's mother to what was going on. In it, you can see a man break through a glass door and use a hammer to get into one of the display cases.
So basically, he grabbed the stuff, left, and I want to say he was here, according to the videos, like only about 5 minutes. It's very, like sad, just devastating. A lot of our customers are really nice, and you can tell from the video that he knew where to go.
It did appear that he had some specific property in mind.
Captain John Marshall with the Niles Police Department says investigators will watch to see if any of the missing items pop up for sale somewhere else. Detectives are also looking into the possibility the theft at Niles Sports Cards and Collectibles could be connected to similar crimes in Mahoning County and western Pennsylvania.
If you have this type of business, it's something that I would definitely keep an eye on, because it may be an individual or a ring even of people targeting that type of business.
In Niles, Nadine Grimley, WKBN 27 First News.